13,
Trophy ignition.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8,
Pistol
7,
start.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, plus 1.
Lift off.
Lift off of the first flight of the Delta IV Heavy Rocket,
5,
launched from Near Air Partnership,
7,
Space Access,
8,
from the United States Air Force.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Plus 30.
Delta Launch Control at T plus 1 minute 19 seconds.
1 minute, 21
We
seconds.
have obviously had a successful liftoff of the first Delta IV
24.
launch vehicle. All systems.
Okay,
functioning
partial
as
thrust
required.
and level on all
Execution
vehicles.
fast.
Chamber pressures dropping on the port and starboard as expected. And we can see a positive indication of a successful strap-on separation.
Minus 15.
Matters armed. Trophy ignition.
T minus 10.
9,
Deactivate.
8, 7, 6, 5. We have ignition of the main engines. We have liftoff of a United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy rocket carrying DSP-23, the final DSP missile warning satellite for the United States Air Force.
Standing by. You have port and starboard booster separation. Port and starboard boosters have separated from the core booster. Core
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We have
4,
ignition of the main engines.
2, 1, 0.
We have
Plus 1.
liftoff.
Engine
Two.
cooling water activated.
3.
Liftoff of United
4,
Launch Alliance Delta
5.
IV Heavy rocket carrying the NROL 26 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office.
On partial thrust mode. Standing by for MECO. And we have MECO in the port and the starboard boosters. Standing by for SEP.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Partial thrust mode. You can see the port and starboard boosters dropping down. And we have the SEP command. Separation of the port and the starboard booster. Core booster now ramping up to 100% thrust. 11, 10,
T minus 10,
9,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
4, 3,
We have ignition of the main engines.
1, 0.
We have liftoff.
2.
Liftoff of the United Launch Alliance
water
Delta
activated.
IV Heavy rocket carrying the NROL 49 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office. This marks the first West Coast Delta IV Heavy launch.
Okay, we're going to pick up post lift securing net 15.
And we have the partial thrust command. Chamber pressure is now beginning to drop in the port and starboard boosters, leveling out. All 3 boosters now in the partial thrust mode. And we have MECO in the port and starboard boosters and separation.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And the RS-68A engines roar to life and liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy, carrying the NRO L-15 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office. NRO systems continue to ensure vigilance from above.
Good chamber pressure and holding. 20 seconds in.
You're hearing the voice of Steve Agate providing launch vehicle ascent data. Let's listen in.
3 boosters standing by to go to the partial thrust mode in 4. And we have MECO. Main engines have cut off in the port and starboard, standing by for SEP. And we have separation.
11.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We have ignition of the RS-68 engines. 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy rocket carrying the NRO L-65 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office.
All engines in full thrust. 20 seconds into the flight. And we're going to the partial thrust mode in all 3 boosters now. Standing by for MECO, the main engine cutoff on the port and starboard, and for separation. We've had separation.
8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff at dawn. The dawn of Orion and a new era of American space exploration.
Good engine control in the first stage. Passing 25 seconds. Velocity 1,341 feet per second. Passing 31 seconds. Still looking good. Partial thrust command. Engine control should be toggling down to the partial thrust mode. Standing by for main engine cutoff. We have cutoff in the port and starboard and separation. A good separation of the port and starboard boosters. We have MECO. The main engine has cut off. Standing by for stage separation. Each have stage separation. Heads is deploying. The nozzle has been extending. Standing by for igniter spark. And we have igniter spark, and we have ignition. Ignition on the second stage. Second stage chamber pressures beginning to rise.
This is Mission Control Houston. We're taking over commentary at this point as we come up on the first 2 critical Orion program milestones, the service module fairing panel jettison and the launch abort.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We have main engine ignition. 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy rocket carrying the NROL-37 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office.
Starboard as expected. Standing by for cutoff. And we see cutoff in the port and starboard booster. Standing by for separation. And separation. Port and starboard boosters have separated from the core booster. Minus 15.
Trophy ignition.
10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff of the mighty Delta IV Heavy rocket with NASA's Parker Solar Probe, a daring mission to shed light on the mysteries of our closest star, the Sun.
Three RS-68s look good in the full thrust mode. Down on the turn. Port and starboard boosters have begun to throttle down. And we have jettison of both.
Should have ignition. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy rocket with NROL-71 for the National Reconnaissance Office.
Vehicles begin. 1 minute, 30 seconds into flight.
Chamber pressures on all three RS-68A engines continue to look good. Core booster in the partial thrust mode, port and starboard boosters in the full thrust mode. 1 minute 40 seconds in. And we have cutoff of the strap-on engines, standing by for separation. And we have good indication of separation of the port and starboard strap-on boosters. Core booster is now
6, 5, main engine ignition, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff, the United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy rocket carrying the NROL-44 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office.
on all three RS-68A engines, look good in the full thrust mode. Now 15 seconds into flight, vehicle's begun the pitch over maneuver. Body range response look good.
You are hearing the voice of Patrick Moore providing launch vehicle ascent data.
25 seconds into flight. And port and starboard booster engines have cut off. And we've seen good indication of separation of the port and starboard boosters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy rocket carrying the NROL-82 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office.
You've gone the pitch over maneuver. Parameters look good on all three cores. Strap-on booster cut off and separation of the strap-on boosters. Core booster is now throttling back up.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We have ignition. 2, 1, and liftoff of the last West Coast United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy rocket carrying NROL-91 for the National Reconnaissance Office.
Vehicle has now begun the pitch over maneuver. Engine response looks good. We've had strap-on booster cutoff and strap-on separation. The center core RS-68A is now throttling back up to the high power level.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We have ignition. 3, 2, 1. And liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy rocket carrying NROL-68 for the National Reconnaissance Office.
Vehicle has now begun the pitch over maneuver. Port and starboard cutoff, and we've had separation of the two side boosters. Core booster is now throttling back up, and the maximum power level has been achieved. And we've had stage 1-2 separation and ignition on the RL-10. Correction. Deployment of the nets. And now ignition on the RL-10 for the first burn.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We have ignition. 2, 1. And liftoff of the final United Launch Alliance Delta IV Heavy rocket carrying NROL-70 for the National Reconnaissance Office and closing Delta's 6-decade legacy of excellence in space.
Level on the strap-ons. And cutoff. We have cutoff port and starboard boosters coming up on strap-on, and we have strap-on separation. Disturbances look good. Throttled up the core booster. We're now at EP. And state separation occurred right as expected. NEDs have deployed. And we have pre-start, start, and full thrust. RL-10 is up. Disturbances look good. Everything looking good. Upper stage is operating normally. And once again, steering has been re-enabled after the separation event.